Great. Hello, everyone. Today is Thursday, July 11th, 2024. Never has there ever been, nor will there ever be, a day quite like this one. And I hope you've had a great day and are looking forward to some crafting time together. Julia and I look forward to partnering each month to bring you the special Baldwinsville Public Library card making class virtual session on the Thursday evening. I'll be at the public library tomorrow in person, Friday, July 12th. For our Let's Kit Together. And you're invited to be a part of that program that we host each month. And for the $20 supply fee, you receive a kit that has all kinds of goodies inside it. Usually there are stamps and ink inside. Tonight, I'm going to show you just a couple samples of cards I have that are not stamped. The greetings are already pre-printed and they're beautiful assembly. So this is one called Hello Hollyhocks. This is a new one. And the other one I want to share with you is a new circus kit. That the embellishments in this are so much fun. There are these sparkly stars, and all of the pieces are die cut and pre-printed. So simple for you to assemble with a young or young at heart friend. And I also made a box. Remember last month I shared how to create this easy flip top box, and I have been making them with everything I can get my hands on. I just love making this simple construction. So I will show you before we start doing our stamping tonight. I'll show you a couple other boxes that I made. This is with a kit called Expressions of Love. And my friend Cindy from Hawaii and I are celebrating our 25th Stampiversary this month. We've been demonstrators for 25 years. We didn't know each other then. We met about a decade ago, almost 15 years ago, I guess. But 25 years ago, we both joined Stampin' Up. And so we're offering a class called Love, Hope, and Faith. Faith, Hope, and Love, or Faith, Hope, and Aloha, because Cindy's from Hawaii. So these are a trio of boxes that we've created. And if this kit looks like fun to you, it makes cards as well as the fun boxes, then I'd love to connect with you. We have a public YouTube video that we'll be sharing to promote that 25th Stampiversary. But tonight we have 3 simple cards, easy construction. We'll be doing some stamping with sentiments. And we can start in your goodie bag there. You've got 3 card kits. We'll pull those out, and there are lots of little pieces, so just be careful that you've got all the parts and pieces, and then we'll do this. And what I guess, Julia, the best thing is probably to just spotlight my hands, so that makes it larger for everybody to see on the screen. And thank you. So we have 3 projects tonight. We're going to start with one that features a sailboat. I thought this was lovely for a summertime card. And you'll notice the envelope has that map printing in it, which is really fun. And there are some die cut pieces that we're going to use. And we're going to have our dimensionals. We'll use these for the other projects as well tonight. So you'll use them, and then we'll be using them for all 3 cards. There are some little sparkly sequins that are self-adhesive, and this cool captain's wheel that we will be using a special adhesive for. So let's go ahead and do our stamping first. The original design for this card had a large greeting, but you'll see once we have the pieces assembled, I felt that kind of overshadowed the sailboat a little bit too much. So I'm offering a variety card that you'll save this for something else. This beautiful label that has that gold foiling around the outside there. And what we'll do instead is stamp on this little strip of this white cardstock. So let's see, I'm getting a funny mess. Oh, I can say got it. That's just saying that we'll be on the Facebook as well. So we have this blue strip, and it is got some nice texture to it. It looks sort of like a linen fabric. And what we'll do is add a greeting. Now, you can add whatever sentiment stamps you have, or you can handwrite a message on your card so that you can make it very personalized tonight. All of our 3 cards just have sentiment stamping. This one says, "Hey friend," and I love that it's kind of a casual greeting for a thinking of you card. It could be, hey friend, I know you're having a hard time lately and I want to send you my love. Or it could be, hey friend, I hear it's your birthday. Or, hey friend, I know you've got a lot going on, but let's get together for some tea. So, hey friend is a fun kind of casual greeting that we'll use on this card tonight. But again, you can use whatever stamps you have, or you can handwrite a message on this sentiment strip. You also do have this larger tag sentiment piece if you want to have a larger stamp or just have a lot to say with your sentiment. So what we'll go ahead and do is punch out these other little pieces. I've got some circles and I have some little clouds. And we will put them together. We'll start with this green piece kind of off to the side a little bit. And I'm going to use my, this is called Seal. I wanted to introduce to you this adhesive tonight. It's called Seal, and it's a tape runner that's clear. And just getting it started, you sometimes move your finger a little bit to get the tape to grip. And then just kind of a simple side motion to check, like a little bit of a check mark motion to stop the adhesive. And this is a nice strong adhesive. It's very thin. It dries immediately. It doesn't give you a lot of wiggle room. Remember, with the Tombow glue, I've got a little wiggle if I need to lift and move. This is pretty secure. I could peel it off if I really needed to, but I don't want to tear the paper. Okay, next we've got our sailboat here. And this one I'm going to also put flat to the surface. So we'll use the Seal again. We also have an adhesive called Seal Plus, and that's a stronger adhesive for three-dimensional projects like those boxes that I like to make, or maybe some kind of gift bag. We have these little clouds. I really like this kit. It had originally came with 3 different designs. One was sort of a floral nature one. It had the sailboat one, and I can't remember right now what the third one was, but it was a nice assortment of cards. And often what I like to do is mix and match my pieces and parts from different card kits. So we've talked about this before, how perhaps you have a shoebox or a little Tupperware container where you can keep your odds and ends when you have maybe some sequins left over or some dimensionals or some floss or twine. And then you've got kind of a goodie box to go to when you need kind of working like a collage sort of stamping. This is a special foam adhesive. It's just like the dimensionals, but it's in this circle shape. And that way it can get placed right on top of this round steering. It's not called a steering wheel. It has another name. It's a captain's wheel. I can't remember the name of it officially. And we're going to place that there. And that's going to give that nice dimension. Now you'll see it's popped up from the edge of the page. And you have this little foam circle to use for another project as well as this. Okay. And if I make, okay, I've got some floss to work with. Lots of times we're going to use baker's twine actually on our other projects as well. And sometimes we make a knot or a little nest. And what I'm going to do with this one is, because the thread is quite long, I'm going to double it. And then I'm going to tie it into a bow. So I'm going to pretend it like I'm tying my shoes. I make a loop and wrap around and pull through that loop, through that hole. So now I have kind of a bulky little bow here, and I can trim off, cut it where I had that half. But I kind of like that there's extra pieces hanging here. So I'm going to position that so that when I place my greeting on top, I really want a lot of that nest of baker's twine to be kind of messy inside there.
It seems to be called the ship's helm.
Ship's helm. Thank you, Julia. Our librarian friend did some research for us. So this captain's wheel is called the ship's helm. Perfect. And we wanted to anchor this on the sailboat. We're going to anchor the baker's twine with our greeting sentiment. So we'll take a few of these little dimensionals. Sometimes the little guys stick together like honeycombs. So you have to sort of peel them apart a little bit. I'm just going to put 3 across here. And when I put this in place, it's going to help anchor the baker's twine to hold it in place. Rid of the little liners.
And thank you for including the pop-up things,
Yes, isn't that fun? So we've
the
got these for our
dimensionals.
3 cards tonight, the little
Yeah.
dimensionals. And then you also add this to your little shoebox collection of treasures because it's this nice foam circle, which will work really well. And this could be a little frame or you could cut it into pieces. So there we have it, our little hey friend, but we're going to add a bit of bling. We'll put some of these embellishments, sequins on here. I think you probably have 4. I'm going to just use 3 because odd numbers help move our eye around the card in a triangle shape. So this one I can put in my little goodie pile too. So from this card, I have some fun leftovers that I can save for another project. And there we have this fun casual card that you could use with lots of different greetings, or you could personalize it with someone's name here. You could even leave that blank and then just have a nice note card if you wanted to leave it without a greeting on the front. I love that the envelope has that map, navigation map there. So it gives a nice hint of what's coming with the card. Great, so we'll set that one aside. And next, because it's July, we're going to have a little Christmas in July. And we will make a card using the second kit in your set that has some more foil, some gold foil on this. This is one that I use the greeting, wishing you a Merry Christmas. But tonight I also have a greeting that says, orange you glad it's Christmas. And I think we made this last year at some point because I had a lot of these kits. I really loved, again, the sticker elements that we'll use, the foil elements, the printed envelope, and it's great fun. So you could surprise and delight a friend with a Christmas card or a holiday card in the summer if you wished for Christmas in July, or just tuck this in your stash so you have it ready to send out after Thanksgiving to someone for the holidays. Now, when I was growing up, we always had an orange in our stocking, and that's a tradition from Europe. And also the anise and the cinnamon flavors remind me of like mulled cider and that wonderful seasonal smell. So you can almost smell it when it's not a scratch and sniff card, but you can almost smell the beautiful scents on this card. So to do our construction, we'll take our card base and you can fold that in half on the score line. And you can choose if you would like your card to be a landscape orientation or a portrait orientation. So landscape is when it's more broad across, and then portrait is when it's taller. So the one that I made here is a portrait orientation. I'm going to do that again, but you can fiddle and fuss as much as you like to make your card your own. We've got that nice baker's twine. And our envelope that's printed, set that aside. And what's fun about this, one of the things that's fun about this card is some of the pieces are stickers. So they already have adhesive on them. You'll see there's a small orange that's a sticker. You can peel that off. So it's got the adhesive already. And see how I position it so that the leaf is kind of tucked under there and circling around. And then we also have these, we'll save these stickers till the end. So put those aside. Now we have a large orange. And this one does not have any adhesive on it. So we're going to go ahead and use some dimensionals that came in your kit, these little guys. I usually like to have 3 to anchor the edges. If you want to put one in the center, you can. You have enough for all 3 projects with some left over, so you can decide about that. And again, I'm going to use this leaf kind of as a focal point to know where to position the orange so that it's so the most of those leaves are still going to show. Let me make sure I'm on screen here. Yes. Okay, terrific. So next we have our cinnamon piece, cinnamon and anise. And I can just smell this. It's so yummy. I'm going to take and leave one tail of my, let's see how big, can you see it best if I have the white underneath me or the gray, do you think? I don't know.
Hard to say, both of them, you can see it pretty
You can see
clearly.
it, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, we'll keep it with the gray. I think that's a little bit cleaner.
Yeah, I think
I'm
we can
gonna
see more of the different textures.
Great. So I'm going to leave a bit of a tail here. And then I'm going to wrap it around 2 times. 1, 2. And now I'm going to tie a knot, just like I'm tying my shoe. Left over right. Make a loop. Now there's a couple ways. Some people tie their shoes like this. They make 2 loops and then they overlap the loops like that. I never knew that growing up, but when my boys were learning to tie their shoes, that was one trick people taught us. So I'm going to do that again, where you've done the knot part of it. So you make 2 loops. We call this the bunny ear bow tie way, right? So we have 2 loops, and then you take 1 loop over the other and pull. So that makes the loop. That's another fun way to tie a
Yeah,
bow.
I really wish I had known that one earlier in my life.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's that was something I learned helping my boys. So now we're going to pull our card back, and we need again some adhesive, some dimensionals here to pop this up. So we'll take some of our little pop stickers, our dimensionals, and I don't really want them to be right underneath this cinnamon because I want that to lay flat on the orange. But I want there to be some pop underneath here so that it will elevate it to match the orange. So I'm going to put my little stickers down low. Hi, Billy. My son is home. Welcome, Billy. Billy just graduated from Baker High a couple weeks ago. There we go. And so because we put the dimensionals down in the bottom here, it's kind of leveled it off to the orange. Okay, just a couple more steps. We're going to do some stamping. And if you have a holiday greeting, that would be terrific. This could also be an invitation, you're invited to a holiday festivities. It could be a thank you card for coming to a party or receiving a gift. So it would be appropriate. Many greetings would be appropriate. It also could be left without the sentiment on the front so that you're ready to write whatever message you need on the inside. Okay. Well, thank you for the congratulations. Yes, we're excited. And it's a busy time. So now I'm using an ink spot. This is called Poppy Parade. It's a fun red color. And I'm going to do the Orange You Glad It's Christmas because I love a good pun. And I really enjoy the all the sensory colors and imagining the smells of the orange and the cinnamon. So then I can place that onto my front of my card. Now, again, you'll see that I want to have dimensionals under this flag part here so that it's level with the orange. So I'm going to put a little bit of flat tape, my seal, on one end, and that's where it's going to sit on top of this orange. And then on the other end, we'll put a couple of these dimensionals. There we are. So this is ready to add to the card. Orange, you glad it's Christmas. And we're going to finish up by adding those 2 little pieces, 2 stickers of the anise, star anise, one right on the orange and one kind of tucked under in the bottom here. This design gives a lot of dimension because we have the printed card with the foil splatter, and then we have the stickers and everything kind of building up with that lovely baker's twine kind of on top. So I hope you'll love this one too. And like I said, surprise and delight somebody with a holiday card in the summer, or set it aside so you have it ready to share after Thanksgiving time. Wonderful. Now our last card is a note card size. This is, you can mail this size card. It's a little bit smaller than a standard card. Here, I'll show you the difference in the envelope sizes. But with a standard stamp, this also can go in the mail. And it's the smallest size that can. If you have envelopes that are smaller than this, you need to put them in a bigger envelope to mail them, and they'll help you at the post office if you ever have questions. But this can go in the regular mail. Again, we have a printed envelope with a really pretty label and some more treasures. This is my favorite little treasure of the class tonight, is this beautiful bird charm. Isn't it wonderfully sweet? It's this little, I think it's a sparrow maybe. And just a sweet little charm. It's flat on the back, so it's going to be easy for us to adhere to our project. And
Might be a swallow.
Oh, swallow. What did I say? Sparrow? I think it's a swallow. You're right. You're right. It's like the swallows of Capistrano, right? Capistrano. Okay. So we have our lovely dogwood flower card. We're going to fold on that score line. And we've got some of this pretty sort of petal pink twine. And I cut it quite generously so that you can wrap it similar to the way we wrapped around the cinnamon a couple of times. We can wrap around the card base once and then come around again. So we've got some thickness here with an extra layer of the twine. And another chance to tie a bow. This time I will tie it the more standard way, not the bunny bow, but the way I learned growing up, which was one loop. And then this tail wraps around and goes through the hole. That's probably the way most of us learn to tie our shoes. I don't know about you. What do you think, Julia?
I learned more than one way.
Okay, good. It's good, always good to have options, right? Especially this
Yes.
can be a challenging part of our culture. There we are. The Velcro shoes weren't around when I was little, but now it's so nice for people to have that option. So here we are again with a sweet label that's got some foil around the outside, and we have lots of potential. We can handwrite a little message. We could do a monogram. If we wanted this to be a special card for a loved one, it could be their initials. You could even have a little photo that you use and use this as a little frame to put onto the front. Lots of options. But today I'm going to use a stamp set called Unbounded Love. This is a stamp set that Cindy and I were using for our 25th anniversary class because of the faith, hope, and love images that we loved. And then also just very nice greetings, for birthdays, for good luck, for feeling better, feel better soon. You've got this. Make the world a better place. You are loved. And this one I thought tonight I would make as a sympathy card. Unfortunately, that's a card that we often need in our stash. And I thought the gentleness of the flower and of the swallow would be a comfort message. So I'm going to use the stamp that says with sympathy. This color is called Mossy Meadow. Stampin' Up! Colors all are alliterative, so they have the same sound at the beginning of both words. And usually it's a descriptive word and then a color. Like Pretty Peacock is one color I used tonight, or Poppy Parade. So the poppy is more the color and a parade is a descriptor word. The Mossy Meadow is a fun one. And I'm going to stamp it up. It'll say with sympathy. Okay. And then on the inside of my card, I'm going to put a complimentary greeting, which says, my heart goes out to you. I like to say, I'm holding you in my heart when someone has a surgery or an illness or a sadness, or just on their birthday or anytime I'm thinking about them, I'm holding them in my heart. But it's sympathy time too. It's especially thoughtful to let people know we are thinking of them. And a simple card in the mail or in the mailbox, or with some cookies or some soup is a really wonderful gesture. When my mother-in-law passed away, mother-in-law Toddy, a few years ago, it was so meaningful to me that the cards in the mailbox, for weeks we would receive them. And it was a great lesson to me as a card maker, and what a wonderful gesture it is when people make that effort to send a card. So something that Julia and I hope you'll do each month is make the cards, but also send the cards, hand deliver or put them in the mail to people. If you have a favorite one you love and you don't want to part with it, maybe take a photograph of it and then and then send the real one out in the mail so that people can have that joy and comfort. We'll use a few more of these little dimensionals to pop up this label on the back, on the front of the card. There we are. And then I have, I don't have with me tonight a glue dot. A glue dot would be great to adhere this little bird. I'm going to try some of the multi-purpose Tombow glue, but I also think you could even use one of these little bits. Actually, I'll try this since you have these in your kit. So most of you, I took a larger piece of the dimensionals and cut it up so that we could share it tonight. So there should be a piece on an edge that's not a full hexagon, but like a little half hexagon or something like that. So I'm going to place that on the back of the bird, this lovely swallow. And then I can put that right on the label, either right on the label or right next to it there, so that it's going to have that. I think that's secure enough. If someone tries to pull it off, they certainly can. But if they just enjoy the flight of the bird there, and not try to aggressively pull it off, that adhesive will work well. And again, it just adds some more of that lift. So this card has quite a bit of happy height to it. All right. So those are our 3 cards tonight. If you have any questions, I welcome them in the comments, or you can Facebook message us, or reach out through the YouTube channel or the Facebook channel. And Julia and I are thankful to have your input. It's great for me to have requests. If you have a certain kind of technique you'd like to learn, we do have a lot of paper engineers in this group, people who enjoy lots of fun folds. Tonight, it was more straightforward. We just assembled the cards, but I often enjoy having a paper engineering challenge in there too. And if that's something that you like, you can let us know.
I have a
So
question.
good. Okay.
What's a good way to wish someone a happy 90th birthday? My dad's 90th my daddy Roy's 90th birthday is this Sunday, 2 days.
Oh, how wonderful.
I was thinking I'd give him the card with the boat on it, because he's
Yes.
we're going to be meeting at our cottage on the lake for the birthday.
Beautiful. Oh, that will be lovely. Well, one thing that people do for big number birthdays is they put like punched hearts, 90 little hearts, or draw 90 candles inside your card, something to kind of represent the momentous number that 90 is, or 80 or 90 or 100 when you're celebrating a special milestone birthday. But that will be a great card, enjoying the lake in the summertime fun. Congratulations to him and to your family. That's wonderful.
Yeah, pretty neat.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it's soon, the days are going by quickly for summer, especially in our family with Billy's graduation, and then he'll be going to college in August. So we're just trying to enjoy a lot of family time and dinners and walks. It's been really hot and then wet, so we haven't had as many walks, but my husband and son enjoy golfing, so that's how they get in their steps. They walk the course. But I thank you, Julia, for partnering, and I really appreciate the opportunity to share each month. And thank you to those of you who are watching live or catching the replay. And we hope that you'll enjoy these pieces and parts, and do share them. That's the make a card, send a card. It goes hand in hand to share them. So thanks, everybody, and I hope you have a great night and a great summer month ahead. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.